Hey people of YouTube, Wayne Hackman here, aka Whackstar. I'm going to spend 24 hours in the woods, just shaking down my portable camping kit. I've got some camping equipment I'm going to share with you. I'm going to set up a ham radio rig. Also, for the 24-hour period, I'm going to be eating British military rations. So, how am I going to get on? Well, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. So let's get started. Okay, so that's a great start. The bike's already fallen over. So this is my Rally 250cc bike. Built this myself. You can see the video and the link in the description. This is my 24-hour day pack. I've also made a review about that as well. But you can see on the side on the bike here, I've got some panniers. In those panniers, I've got some clothing, some water, and some lighting. You can also see on the back here, this is my back pannier. And if we have a look closely here, you can see that I've got my ham radio in there. And then on the other side, you can see the other pannier with the sleeping bag. I've also managed to bring a seat with me and also a tripod. So the first thing to do is to set up camp. I've come to this place which is about 1 kilometre away from the house, so if anything goes horrendously wrong, I can go back. We're also into the long rain season at the moment as well, so there's a very good possibility it could rain quite hard tonight, which is good because I'm going to show you a hammock and a canopy which I'm going to set up. Let's just have a little look round where I've chosen to camp. Okay, so the bike is now not resting on the tree, and you can see I've got quite a nice place here to hang out. I've got a couple of trees that I can string the hammock between. Plenty of scrub that I can make a little bit of a fire, and a nice place to stay. So you would have seen me make a video about this. This is my survival day 24-hour pack, and in it got obviously some waterproofs. This is my lunch, supper and breakfast, but also I've got here two interesting things here. I've got a tarpaulin and I've got a hammock. This one is a Kustar, which I bought off on Amazon, and this is the hammock from Covacure. So I hope that's how you spell it. So I'm going to put these up now and see what they look like, see how easy they are to put up, and obviously this is going to be their first test. So who knows what's going to happen. So first impressions are pretty good. The tarpaulin has got this sort of black side here and then a silver side under here. And then you can see under here, you can see the hammock with the fly screen in. So this is the beauty of a shakedown, is just learning about how this works. So I've actually changed the orientation. I actually thread a string between the trees, but what was happening was that the tarpaulin was just slipping and then exposing the end of this, which I don't want to get wet tonight. So I've just changed the orientation of it. So I haven't got my little entranceway anymore, but this actually looks a lot better where I've just taken the central ridge, and you can see that actually the way that this is designed is they've actually put the central ridge section there. So all being well, this will keep me a little warmer. Yeah, so far the campsite is looking pretty good. I think next thing to do is have some lunch. You can see it there a little bit better off. Okay, so now I've got some kind of order in the camp. I've got shelter. The sun is still shining, which is great. Hopefully it will stay this way until late, but normally, well, it's just gone 1 o'clock now. Normally about 3-4 o'clock the rains come in. So I'm now starting to think about something to eat and drink. Now this is a 24-hour ration pack from the United Kingdom. This is menu 8. I've bought a load of these just to take on my motorbike for me, so it just makes life easier. Everything I need is in here, bar water, to survive. So I thought I'd just take a moment and just unpack it now to show you what's inside. You've got this pretty heavy duty bag, which is going to be useful for rubbish. Now, straight off the bat, what we've got is our accessory packs. That's full of tea and coffee, sugar and handy wipes, which is quite useful. I'm going to make a brew in a minute. What else do we go here? We've got some snacks, biscuits, fruit. So that'll be make a nice little snack. What else have we got in here? This is quite interesting. Got a tropical flavoured drink. I might mix some of that up in a minute and see what that tastes like. And then a fruity energy drink, which is quite good. Now we're getting on to the main course. Oh no, here we've got a nice chocolate brownie, which is great. Vegetarian all-day breakfast, so that's tomorrow morning. Chickpea curry, I've had that before and I really enjoyed that actually. So that could be tonight's supper. And then this one is beef, meatballs and spaghetti, which is could be a lunchtime meal as well. Some nuts for a snack. What else? Tissues, which is useful. My nose has been running all afternoon. Oh, I got a fruit explosion, mixed fruit puree, which looks quite interesting. A cereal bar. There's some other things in here as well. This one is a grape flavoured drink. That does look nice. This is just fruit, some more mixed fruits and nuts. Just a few more bits and pieces in here as well. I think there's something down at the bottom here. Yes, my favourite bits on the bottom. Hot chocolate. What else do we have? This one is a cola flavoured drink. I've tried this before, I don't like it very much. And then a rather crushed nougat. It's obviously been in my bag. And then finally, the most important part is the Tabasco sauce. So that's going to be my food over the next 24 hours. But before I can do anything, well, actually I might just mix up one of those energy drinks. I need to make a fire because I want to heat some water. So I bought this by accident. It's a little shovel. I actually wanted one that was about 3 times the size that I could put in the car and dig out. However, it's actually turned out to be quite useful. It fits on my motorbike quite nicely. So I'm going to dig a fire pit somewhere around here. You can see I've already put a bit of an outline. But before we do that, some refreshment. Remember that grape powder or grape juice thing here, a grape flavoured powder drink. Let's put it into this thingy here and see what it will taste like, because I fancy a little bit of refreshment. In it goes. That's it. And you can see it's got a slight orange. Shake it up. What's this going to look like, I wonder? Okay, that looks still a little bit shaking. All right, let's just try it out. This could be my liquid refreshment. That is actually very pleasant. I'm going to enjoy this while I make a fire. Let me build a fire, prepare all I need, and then let's get a little fire lit here in the forest. There we go. Nothing too deep, but something just nice and small that I can cook on and just enjoy. Let me go find some firewood. This is a more like my fire. I bought this years ago. It's quite a good ferrite ring on the end. Not expensive, I think it cost me about $30. I'm going to try lighting with the ferrite. But the cool thing is, in the survival, or in the food ration pack, come matches as well. So who knows what's going to happen. Let me prepare a fire and see what happens. So you can see the campsite is getting set up now. And just put some water on for a brew. And I've also put up my Sigma end-fed antenna. And you can see that it goes, I've made an inverted L, goes all the way down in the trees over there. And then a little bit of coax runs back to the camp. And you can see in here, got my little Yaesu FT818, an auto tuner, and also an amplifier. This is running off the internal battery at the moment, so perfect to listen to, but obviously if I want to run the amplifier I'm going to have to go and get the battery, which is charging in the sunshine. So that's all set up for a bit of fun this evening when the propagation gets... So a while back I built myself a little 12-volt solar system. Bought a very cheap solar controller, got a 12-volt battery here. I believe this is a 26 amp hour battery. I've got the connection to plug into my ham radio, which I'm going to set up later. But I did have a really large solar panel, but I actually found, I bought this years ago and kind of forgot about it because the actual battery section that this came with died. And the rubber has perished a little bit, so it's a bit sticky and nasty. However, this will charge this. I just took the cable and I wired it into the solar, and so all I need to do now is just plug this in just like this, and there you have it. You've got yourself a little portable solar kit. So there's some sunshine behind me. I'm going to pop this in the sunshine for a few hours so we can get the top power in this battery, so I can enjoy some ham radio a little bit later on. So let's get back to it. Okay, so the water is coming to a boil. Let's try and make meatballs, spaghetti or chickpea curry. You know, I'm going to have the curry tonight. I know where I can get a beer. So what I'm going to do, as I don't have there's this retort pouch here, I'm going to try and just put it in here. And all being well, as that comes to boil, it's almost like a boil in the bag. Alrighty, so this has been boiling for about 5 minutes. There's the old retort pouch in there. Feels pretty solid and hot. Ow. Yeah, that's really nice and hot. Alright, let's just rest that in there for a second. I got my bowl here. And a spork, which is good here. So let's get a knife. Alright, so what's this gonna taste like? I'm just gonna squeeze this down the top. You can actually rip these open, I don't need a knife. Ooh. Oh. So this is beef meatballs and spaghetti. Actually, looking at this, there's spaghetti hoops in there. Right, let's just squeeze this out into the bowl so we can be slightly civilized. There we go. I haven't had spaghetti hoops in years. Let me just try it without let me just try it out with some spice, and then I'm gonna, so here we go. What's it gonna taste like? I'm not going to lie, that's not bad. It does need some extra flavour, so I'm going to find that Tabasco. So we have our bottle of Tabasco here. Let's just have this. It's so cute little bottle of Tabasco. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to put half in for this now, and have the other half a bit later if I can. Bit of Tabasco, there we go. A little bit more. There we go, and we use that to spice up the rest of the meals. Okay, so here we go. What does this taste like? What does this taste like? So you can see it there. That's better. That's better. I'm going to enjoy this. So it's coming up to about 5:30. and the rain has set in, although it's not what I call really heavy rain. This is very bearable. It's certainly not affecting the fire too much, which is good because I'm going to in a moment have my supper, which I'm going to share with you. So this is chickpea curry with onion and potato in spicy curry sauce. So I'm quite looking forward to this. So let's just pop this into here. Get it a good cooking. It's quite nice and hot. Okay, so this has been heating through for 20 minutes. I think it's time we put it in the bowl. Chickpea curry. Does look like someone vomited in it, but let's just try it. It's all right. It's certainly edible. Chickpeas are nice. Definitely needs some more Tabasco sauce. Yeah. Tabasco makes it better. All right, I'm going to enjoy this. Hotel 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel.
Number 5 is Zulu, number 6 and number 4 Whiskey Alpha. Roger.
5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. 4 Whiskey Hotel.
Kiosk 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Alpha. You're 5 by 2, 5 by 3. Roger.
Roger, Roger. It's 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey. The last prefix is hotel. H. Hotel. 5 Zulu 4 Whiskey Hotel. You're coming in at 5 and 9. I'm only running 6 watts on an end-fed antenna. So, yeah, good. I'm glad I got you. Over.
Roger, Roger. 5 Bravo 4 Whiskey Alpha. We 3 Whiskey Echo Whiskey. You're 5 and 4, 5 and 3 with the QSB. For the queue, sir, good luck and namaste from India. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, my friend. Have a good evening. 7-3. Well, he didn't get...
Bye-bye. QR set to Whiskey Echo Whiskey.
Okay, he didn't get the call completely. But hey, there you go. 6 watts of power. Kenya to India. I'm going to keep scrolling around. We are right on the grey line. So anyway, sorry, the reason why it's very dark is because it's dark. All right, so it's 10 o'clock, which means that it's time to go to bed. So I'm snug as a bug in a rug here. I'm nicely off the deck. So far I feel quite comfortable. So let's see if I make it through to morning. The rain has stopped, which is good. The fire, damp wood, so it hasn't been great all night, but nonetheless, I am here now and I'm feeling very pleased about my little motorbike camping set. So, I'm going to go to bed and I'll see you in the morning. Well, just woken up. It's about 8, about 10 past 8. Didn't sleep as well as I thought I would, but didn't sleep as bad as I thought I would. Everything held up. Tarpaulin is holding up. There was a light rain, didn't get wet at all. Very comfortable, wasn't cold, so all good. I think now it's time for some breakfast. Vegetarian all-day breakfast. Okay. Don't know what this is going to stand like. It is haricot beans, meat-free sausages, potatoes in tomato sauce. Okay, well, the water's coming up to temperature, so let's just put this in here. A retort pouch. This seems to have been a successful way of cooking. That comes up to temperature. Heat that through. Now, funny, about a year ago I broke down on the side of the road, and it was about 2 or 3 hours before someone could come and rescue me. It wasn't something I could fix myself. And I had one of these in the back of the car. Actually, I've got a few of these in the back of the car. So I thought I'll have some food. Got it out and thought to myself, how on earth am I going to heat this through? And then I suddenly realised the car engine was still quite hot. And so on my Nissan Patrol there's the intercooler. And an intercooler can fit one of these perfectly laid flat. And so I used that to heat it through, and it worked fine. And so I had an all-day breakfast on the side of the road waiting for people to come and save me, which they did. So there you go, keep some of these in the back of the car. You never know when you might need it. And that's slowly coming up to temperature, so let's give that 10 or so minutes to heat that through. Vegetarian all-day breakfast. What are you going to taste like? That's nice and hot. That's actually hot to handle. Smells good. Into the trusty blue bowl. I see sausages. I've always thought, why do you call them vegetarian sausages when there's no meat in them? Anyway, I think we've got everything out there. Alright, that's what you got. A couple of sausages, a bit of potato in there. So far everything that I've eaten is orange. I've noticed about these meals that I've been eating. Well, it's potatoes and baked beans. And what does a vegetarian sausage sound like? Sound like. You can tell it's early in the morning. Taste like. It's not a sausage. Is it edible? Yeah. Does this substitute a good full English breakfast? No. Anyway, can't complain. You see, the camp is broken down. I've taken my antenna down and also the, what do you call it? The hammock and the tarpaulin all down very quickly, which is quite useful. And now I'm just going to experience, this is the Rombotus instant coffee. I'm not usually an instant coffee man, but I have been talking about having a brew for a little bit, so I think it's time to have a bit of a brew. There's some creamer in there, which is good for me. This is dairy free, which is very good for me. So let's just reflect on what we have experienced. I'm really pleased with the shakedown. Actually couldn't have gone any better than I had hoped. And what does that mean? Well, that means that I can quite easily get in my motorbike, throw in a ham radio rig and sleep reasonably comfortably, eat reasonably well, have 24 hours in the bush. As I said earlier, this is unfortunate that I live in a rather large estate, so I can go find a corner of the estate where not a lot is happening And I must admit, apart from one of the security guards walking past, wondering where the smoke had come from, you know, I have not been interrupted by anybody, which has been lovely. So I'm pleased with the shakedown. I'm looking forward to bringing you some more adventures on the old motorbike. And all of this equipment that you can see behind me fitted in the side panniers and the top box, and also on the backpack on my back. Nonetheless, it leaves me to say thank you for watching. I know it's a bit of a different video to what I normally do. Please rate and subscribe, do all of the things that YouTubers do. If you've seen something that I can do better, let me know. I have done a lot of camping in my life, but no motorbike camping before. So if you are a motorbiker and can suggest better ways of packing my gear or better equipment, please let me know. So that leaves me to finally get my brew. Yeah, and it tastes like instant coffee, but I've got my brew. I'm going to just enjoy the last remnants of the fire before I just pack down. So take care, see you in the next video.